Sawadee! As summer comes, Thailand must be one of the destinations for many of us. Our case this time refers to a prestigious hotel in Thailand, which could have been an accommodation option for you if its name had not been modified for the case and its general manager did not retire. Here comes the story of Regency Grand Hotel. Regency Grand Hotel has a long-standing history of 15 years being among the best 5-star hotels in Thailand. Thanks to such prestige, its employees enjoy generous compensations and benefits under the management of a Thai manager. Recently, the hotel was sold to a large American hotel chain, bringing a new American general manager who has a lot of experiences and success in similar integrations. Under the time of the previous manager, employees were responsible for diligently implementing superior managers' instruction, with strict penalties for violation. The Thai manager retired at the time of integration. The new manager, John Becker, a believer of empowerment, exercised new policy in which he expected employees to go beyond guidelines and standards to consider and take ownership for their works. The new policy had 3 bullet points. Everything must be for the sake of customer needs. Mistakes are allowed, but no more than twice for the same mistake. And complex issues yet must be referred to superior managers for consultant and approval. However, the notion of complex issues pose a problem as its employees has much difficulty trying to distinguish between major and minor issues and decisions. Supervisors might then reverse the decisions in some cases, causing the decision makers to lose their confidence in later cases. In many proper situations, the good decisions are not recognized or awarded, hence reducing the incentives of employees to continue the authority they are given, while the former decision makers whose authority was derived in the new regime were dissatisfied and many wanted to leave. Contrary to Becker's expectations, the loss of confidence resulted in more consulting from superiors, increasing the workload for the managers and for Becker himself. Absenteeism due to illness, internal conflicts, and turnover rate rose drastically. The performance of Regency Grand Hotel deteriorated with low ranking and lots of complaints. So, that's the unlucky story of Regency Grand Hotel, which in fact was not due to bad luck. We are gonna go into more details in the next parts of the video.
Let's put the marvelous result aside now and look into how the two managers manage their own workflow. The former manager's style is mainly autocratic leadership style. He made the decision all by himself, and the employees would obey and work according to the manager's instructions. Their responsibility was just to ensure that all the instructions from the managers were carried out accurately, and all the innovation and creativity was discouraged under the former management. Indeed, all the employees had to follow strictly the rules, being punished for their mistakes and also discouraged from trying new ideas. Little is known about his concern for his employees, so it's assumed that he was a task-oriented manager. On the contrary to the former style, the new manager were prone to democratic style as he encouraged participation and creativity from the employees. He strongly believed in employees' empowerment. He expected employees to go beyond guidelines and standards to consider guest needs case by case. From his own experience, he found out that the empowerment increased employee motivation, performance, and the most important, job satisfaction. He also spent time with his employees to get them understand well what he really expected from the empowerment system, which paved the way for the creativity and the involvement of employees. The styles presented in this case are two distinctive different styles. The former manager with an autocratic management style did great. The hotel profited, all the employees were happy, and everything had fallen to places. Everyone knew their task and their responsibility. As for the new manager, his style was democratic, which encouraged creativity and involvement in decision-making process. He also took time to help employees understand about their task. However, he didn't define clearly the limitations between minor and major issues, and he also didn't care enough for the staff thoughts and struggling with problems. Soon enough, this led to the staff being disunited and discouraged. The new manager indeed has some really valid points in workflow. That's why I've got a lot to say in the next session.
Right from the start of this case, it reveals a signal indicating the problems. But wait, don't be mistaken by considering the term empowerment, which is mentioned so many times, by the symptoms of the problems in this case. Actually, not clarifying tasks, classifying the importance of issues, and not creating positive working environment is what make the manager not realize the deteriorations soon before it happens. So, everything happens contrary to his expectations. In this presentation, I'll point out the symptoms of problems in order of 3 viewpoints: the manager's strategy, the all employees' work habit and manner, and the result from cooperation between them. Firstly, in terms of new managers, he used to be an American boss where the culture is different from Thailand and almost countries' urban cities. He highly recommends empowerment as the right way to operate in Thailand hotel, but the point is, soon after becoming general managers in Regency Grand, Becker introduced the practice of empowerment to replicate the success that he had achieved back home. He doesn't classify what is major issues and what is not. He doesn't limit the decision-making levels. From the old employees' viewpoint, they get used to instruction with strict penalty and punishment for violation, whether it is of creativity or innovation or not. So they're afraid to be innovative and to take risks. So when it comes to co-work, it's a range of opposites between what he wants and what he gets. He approves decision-making, complex issues yet must be referred to superior managers for consultant approval. But his employees had much difficulty trying to distinguish between major and minor issues and decisions. He tries to trigger satisfying work environment without awarding good decisions, causing decision maker to lose their confidence, reduce incentives. He wants to empower every employee, yet his employees need to ask for consultant permissions, leading to more workload for managers. After all, those opposites arouse pressure and responsibilities for all.
So now we're going to discuss the innovation of Becker, who had had 10 years of management experience with the hotel chain before being in charge of the Regency Grand Hotel. Empowerment was the keyword of Becker's style, and it had been verified by his great success in the career. The strategy was really promising, and Becker expected to bring about benefit to the hotel with this new direction. While, despite all the strategy's advances, Becker experienced a failure in this case. In the next session of our presentation, we will go deeper in the problems occurred within the management of the hotel and see why he failed.
First, let's look into the term motivation. What is motivation? In definition, motivation is the willingness to exert high levels of effort, conditioned by the effort's ability to satisfy some individual need. But simply, motivation is the work of stimulating desire and energy in people to be highly interested and committed to the job. Now, to corroborate Becker's innovation, I want to show you two theories: needs hierarchy theory and motivator hidden theory. The first one is Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory, which concludes 5 levels of needs, and each level must be substantially satisfied before the next is activated. The 2 lowest levels, which are physiological and safety needs, belong to the lower order, and the other 3 are categorized as higher order.
The second theory is Herzberg's motivator hidden theory, with two factors, motivators and hiddens. The theory concerns the problem of job satisfactory. To the Regency rent hotel case, Baker aimed at developing the employees, giving them motivation to have a great performance and job satisfaction. So what exactly did Baker expect his employees to do? That is, being independent, initiative, and creative, being able to handle problems effectively and efficiently, being more committed with the clients, and be able to realize personal potential, self-fulfillment, and seek personal growth. If we look at the hierarchy of needs theory, we can see that Baker was trying to target the top level of needs, which are esteem and self-actualization. And in terms of the two factors theory, we can see that Baker also did well at offering employees the motivators factors to increase their job satisfaction by giving them recognition, responsibility, and ability to work itself. After understanding the content theories of motivation, we will move on to the next part, motivation and job design. Baker realized the need for power in every single man in this world. He chose the strategy of empowering employees. This way of management gives the employees the feeling of control and self-efficacy. Moreover, Baker gave them more autonomy, which created a responsibility and critical psychological states. These above feelings were supposed to create motivation in each employee.
For the last part of our presentation, we'll be recommending two solutions to overcome the problems identified earlier. I will address the first possible plan of action in which Baker will adopt the old management style.
And I will present the alternate solution in which changes have to be made in order for Baker's empowerment style of management to continue.
Now, let's move on to the situation where Baker's empowerment style of management continues. Transforming from the old autocratic style into the new democratic style may require several things to be implemented. Number 1. Middle managers must go from power holders to facilitators of change, meaning that managers should no longer have a total authoritarian mentality. So instead of giving out orders when their employee asks about a problem, they should prioritize working with their employees and give them more liberty to solve the problem in their own way. Some managers might not be able to change their old way of working, and layoffs might be necessary. In that case, Baker should send some of his managers from the United States to Thailand to help temporarily run the hotel and train new middle managers at the same time. This process will be costly and time-consuming. Number 2. Clear job design and description. Employees should know exactly which task they are responsible to, and designate a straightforward boundary between a minor problem, which they are allowed to handle themselves, and a major problem, which they should inform and seek consult from their managers. Number 3. Introduce a performance-based reward system. This would motivate employees to strive for higher ratings by working harder and hopefully smarter. While incentives push employees to achieve higher performance rating, consistent applications of performance standards and pay-for-performance guidelines encourage employees to maintain those high ratings. Number 4. Encourage frequent feedback and evaluation between managers and employees. Employees should receive information about how they are doing as timely as possible. The sooner they find out about it, the sooner they can correct the problem. If employees have reached or exceed a goal, the sooner they receive positive feedback, the more rewarding it is to them.
Put your hands in the air. How you feeling out there? We gon' party over here, 모두 같이 sing it. Let me say la 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 la.